on top.
Hey, Ben.
Hi, Nub.
The lack of silverware.
Oh, we could talk about how unsustainable.
Many complaints from students regarding the food had led us to be curious about the majority's opinion. We wondered if people really thought the dining hall was that bad, and if the work environment was as bad as we were led to believe. This project presents culture from an outsider's view by us, the interviewers, gathering non-biased opinions from people we don't know very well, as well as people we do know, who all gave us responses that the dining hall was less than satisfactory. Our approach to this project was to make it silly and have fun, as well as conducting real interviews from people that were eating in NLD.
NLD has been a notorious dining hall spot that is complained about by the students of NMU.
Throwing the majority of it away. Normally, like, I'll eat half.
Can we get a food review from you? Yeah, like, it's not great. I'm not gonna lie. How is the food every day that you come here?
Not good.
Have you eaten at the dining hall before?
Yes. Okay. No plans.
How would you say the food is?
Ass. I'm sorry. I would probably give it like a 4 out of 10. Sometimes there are better options, but other days it's like, why do I even waste the sweat for coming here?
Okay. What would you change here if you could?
Well, I'd change who cooks, for one, and I'd change how people, like, react to other people. Like, some people just get all
Like
mean
students
to
and
others.
workers? Or
Yes.
like, okay.
The dining hall is filled with poor results. It is wholly supported by a convenience factor, which forces students to eat there. It is mandated that we buy meal plans that cost as much as our housing in the dorms in order to eat subpar food that cause serious issues with mental and physical health. There is also a side effect of the food quality here, as food waste is apparent in the use of single-use products. Here are a few stories from people who have suffered from the effects of the dining hall.
Would you change anything about the dining hall if you could? And what would it be?
The food is always like, I don't know, it's not like, I don't know where it is.
Myth.
What would you change about it if you could change something?
More options.
Okay, Eva, if you could change anything about the dining hall, what would it be? And how would you improve it here? I personally would like better options for students who eat plant-based, vegetarian, or vegan, because a lot of times I do not have enough protein or enough things that fill me up, and I end up just loading up on carbs from the dining hall.
Is it difficult to feel nourished here?
Yes, it is very difficult to feel nourished. Thank you guys
For your time.
I had gotten used to food, but I had a little bit of food poisoning, so I'd say I'm working on that again.
Okay. What do you remember what you got food poisoning from? What did you eat?
Grilled chicken.
That'll great.
I think I know what you're talking about.
That'll do it.
I'll do it.
For nothing. So what would you change about the dining hall?
I would make better food and put more effort into the options for people who have dietary restrictions, because half the time the food is half-assed. It's very obvious.
Okay. If you did not have to come to the dining hall, would you ever come back?
No.
Why?
The food is really bad and not nutritious in the slightest. Half the time, if you read the ingredients, they're not good for you, and it's infuriating that you pay this much money for nothing.
But despite all the stories and all the comments from employees, students, and others, you'll find all of them still eating and working at the dining hall. Why? Because they have to. It's the easiest, cheapest, and most convenient option on campus. All other food sources are either limited in options or too inconvenient. Fiera's is limited, Melted is too expensive, and the Den is way too far to be a regular spot for most on campus. And leaving campus for late night food is not an option for many who don't have money or transport, making even the late night cat tracks a poor option. In the end, what can we do? I'm not really sure. If we stop going and protest, we'll starve, and many can't afford higher meal plans or better options. The higher options have their own inherent issues, such as the very recent banquet hall event that was originally exclusive to Platinum members and was expanded to Gold. Despite the expansion, it was protested and criticized for its classist use of the meal plans, serving actual food to those who can afford it. All of these things culminates in the NMU food experience, and for many, the experience is painful and filled with empty and pinging stomachs.
I think I have too many bananas in my face right now. I think that's